As you all know, next month the CEO will set budgets. We therefore need to pitch our strategy so he can decide how much to give to marketing.
But don't we need a sense of budget before we can decide the strategy?
Look, Mary, our strategy will be to generate leads the cheapest way possible. If we have 100 grand, we'll generate as many as we can with that. If we have 200, we'll do double. It isn't complicated.
Wow. There's a lot of stupidity to unpack there, Brian. Let's imagine we want to launch a new podcast, but we later discover the budget isn't adequate for both that and our existing search activity. What do we do then?
We take each strategy as far as we can with the resource available. Simple.
So we just do a shit job of both. And what about the agency? We'll need a sense of budget before we speak with them, or how will they know what's possible?
Christ alive, Mary. You never tell an agency your budget. Give me strength.
Mary, you know when we visited the agency offices and they had that big fridge full of free beer? Well, that fridge is paid for by the companies who share their budget before getting a quote. You may as well write, please include 50% twat tax on the brief.
I see. So to summarize, we're going to create a strategy with no idea of budget, and part of that strategy will come from an agency who also have no idea of budget. We'll then all be held accountable for the results of that strategy, irrespective of the budget we end up having. I just want to make sure I've got that right, as when I say the words out loud, they sound fucking mental.
So what would you do, genius?
Well, ideally I'd begin with some vague sense of the figure. Like, are we going to receive a budget proportionate to our overlord's ever-expanding growth plans, or will we just get the leftovers from sales again? And if I couldn't get that, I'd work with the agency to propose a couple of options, each realistic about the budgets required and the results they'd likely achieve. We could then present both to the CEO, and he could decide which to go for.
And that, Mary, is why your title has assistant on the end of it and mine has director.
Really? I thought it was because the boss was married to your sister and she thought you deserved a senior role. Just kidding. She thinks you're a fucking toolbox as well.